they're shifting to a pass-fail grading default for all classes for the spring 2020 semester. This doesn't mean you have to take that, but it means that if you continue through the end of the course and you get an A, B, or a C equivalent grade, that you could have that's going to automatically be shifted into a P for pass, which is like a credit, no credit. And then if you get all the way through to the end of the course, but you get a D or an F grade, then you would get a Z, which means no credit, but neither the P or the Z affect your GPA. So it won't positively influence it, it won't negatively influence it, but it shows that you got credit for the course. So that's the basic PZ option. And so what they're doing is they're defaulting all courses to that, and students who want to do something different can opt into the normal grading system, ABC letter grade system. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, and so so there are some reasons why people might want to do that. While we do have an articulation transfer agreement with Arizona colleges that they'll accept the credit, no credit designation, some we don't know necessarily how it'll transfer out beyond the state. Even though a lot of colleges nationally are doing that this semester, are doing this type of thing. It's still kind of hazy how anything might transfer if you ever did decide to transfer out of state. The other side of it is depending on what major or pathway or program, whether it's an occupational program here at CGC or something you're transferring into, depending on what it is, you may need a specific letter grade as a prereq for certain courses or to get into certain occupational programs. I think someone mentioned, like in some cases, like nursing occupational programs need a B in certain classes. And so if you go PC, it may affect that. So yeah, so those are some of the key options. I know a lot of people are recommending, a lot of teachers are really recommending that you don't do PZ unless you're just trying as hard as you can to just sort of, but you're still struggling to engage, so that you can get it at the end. You can decide to go with the Z instead of an F, because then it won't affect your GPA. It also shows that you are enrolled. It shows it doesn't affect. It would help with financial aid issues or veteran service issues or the enrollment things instead of a withdrawal or a fail. So those are things where those are situations where it might be kind of up in the air. So I'll definitely send through something where you guys can tell me what you want, because you do have to opt in or tell your teachers, I want to do a letter grade to get something other than a pass-fail that wouldn't affect your GPA. So you do need to.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you how we opt into getting the letter grades.
Yeah, so you have to, every teacher you have for each individual course, you're going to hear them rattling around in the back. Actually, everybody say hi real fast. Okay, I'm my kids. So for each individual course, you need to email through your student email or Canvas message that instructor to say, I want a letter grade, I don't want PZ. You have to do that for every class because that's what opting in means. And so you have, officially you have till a week before the end of the semester to do that. And so so you can kind of think about it, see where your grades go. I think your teacher should still be grading normally with normal point values that they were going to use in the class anyways. And so you should see that happening. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my video. I think that's the basics of the pass-fail this semester.